What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Uh, we won't mess around too much at the start of this video. I just want to. I'm really keen to play some games, but I do have a quick couple of things we need to chat about. So this was our list from yesterday. Uh, I've slept on it. I've digested it, and this is what my thoughts are for tonight. So Sanji, I love it. I really love it. I don't think it always felt pretty good. Uh, you know, drawing a card fits right into what we want to do. Uh, gives me something fun to play, like gives me something to do on three. It's it takes initiative. Great card. Ace, I think he's. I barely played with it. I know he didn't appear in many games, but the theory it's not really adding up. Like what what Yamato does is Blue Yamato. She she digs through your deck. Like Ace, whether we like it or not, the only way we're going to beat Imu is by spamming new gates. I can put in tech to make the early mid game bit more exciting, but the only way we're going to win is by spamming these. And we want to win. Winning's fun. The most fun thing of all is winning. So yeah, so what Yamato does is she accelerates you into your deck, and that's Ace doesn't do that. But what Yamato does is it draws two, and then it also attaches one to leader, giving you up to three draws. And so Yamato's digging three cards into your deck, which may be the difference between seeing you know an extra one or two copies of these, and Ace doesn't dig through anything. And realistically, when she attaches a Don, Sanji swinging six, leader swinging seven. So six and seven is basically the same as it's the same amount of cards as 666 anyway. Ace does have, if you really liked this card, you could, it does have merit in the mirror. Yeah, because as I said, you can leave it standing, or even in Imu, you can leave it standing, and it can't be KO'd. So maybe I was using it wrong. Like I did think I was using it wrong. Maybe I should leave it standing, and then on the next turn, uh, I can swing 777, or put an extra Don on it to get a bit more value out of it. And then it's if I put down two threats that they have to worry about, and this one can't be KO'd, or maybe I put this down, can't be KO'd, and then a six drop like Ace or Red Yamato down, they can't reach that with their KO, and then makes it a little bit awkward maybe. But I do think we want to dig through the deck. Now, in saying that, as good as Yamato is, I've got some. I still think she might have to not go up to full four to fit Sanji, and to fit. I do think uh, my boy Blue Ace needs to come back as well. Anyway, so you know just to like we'll go back to original list. This is what we you know I would be fully comfortable taking this list to an event. This is this is good. This is a good list. So, but to add Sanji, all we got rid of was one 2K, one pudding, and then the two rush aces. That's all we got rid of. Pudding, not seeing it. Like, if people play around it, they play around it. So you might never get to use it. So, Sanji's still got 1K counter. So, you need to have one in your list because just say you make it to a top cut in a tournament and it's open deck list. If people look at your list and see that you run no pudding, then you know that's too good of an advantage for them. They can draw all the cards they want and never be threatened by it. So you do always have to have one in there. And it's a great card. It's one of Blue's best cards. So you still want we still need a pudding. But whether it's one or two, maybe that's not big of a deal. So we've ditched one 2K, which I think Thatch is only coming up really late game, small amount of situations. 10 2Ks is enough, so we ditched one 2K, one pudding, and then the two rush ace, which I really like, but that's a tech card anyway. And then I've put the four Sanji in. So I still think this list is still not that, it's not troll. Like, if I rate this and it helps my playstyle, well then yeah, I still think this is a good list. I think this is a good list, and I wouldn't put it in the realm of troll. But speaking of ace, I do want to put him back. Um, I think yeah, that 6 Don body that Emu can't KO is really relevant. It is good into Zoro, and yeah, I like this card. I like this card. I'm happy to lose the other aces, the red ones, because it's not doing enough. But this one I think does enough and fits him with the play style. So I want him to come back. Now, I think I love Yamato. Or I know Yamato is better than Ace, but I think this could make way because I was thinking about it. So on 5 Don against Imu and Zoro, Marco and Yamato are basically doing the same thing. Marco costs 4, so you still have 1 to attach to leader, and Imu attaches 1 to leader, draws 2, Marco draws 2. So you're still getting a Don attached to leader, you're still getting a 6k swing, and you're still drawing 2 cards because either in Zoro and in Imu, they're more than likely KOing it. In Zoro, you can defend it if you want, same with Yamato. But Yamato obviously draws you the cards beforehand, but Zoro, you can let it go and dig through your deck. So in 2 of our 2 matchups, these are basically doing the same thing on 5 Don. So, you can afford to give up Yamato and then treat these as a group of 6 cards to play on 5 instead of, so yeah, you can just, if you don't have Yamato, you can just put down Marco. It's going to do the same, pretty much do the same thing. And then you add, and then you're adding, something like a bit more flexibility with something else to play. So in the mirror, obviously, if you put down Marco instead of Yamato, it can get bounced by Atmos. Or Joe's who's going to bounce it before you get to draw the cards. But the mirror, what happens in the early game of the mirror, sometimes I think it doesn't really matter anyway. Like with the mirror, you can sort of just grind away and try and find ways to win, no matter how perfect your curve goes at the start of the game. You just got to make sure you're making good decisions. The game's going to go for a really long time. So the first sort of 3 turns might be only like 20% of the game. So, whether your marker gets bounced or whether you play Yamato on 5 in the mirror, like it's not going to make too much difference. So I still think, yeah, these are a collective on 5 Don. So cutting Yamato down to 2 with the idea that we'll just play Marco on 5. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Put our ace back. Ace, if we, I'll test with it tonight. If it's not coming up enough, maybe it goes to 3, and then we try and find one more slot somewhere. If we're sitting in games where we're like, I really wish I had, was seeing pudding a little bit more, we might try and find a slot for an extra pudding. But this list right here it's going to get saved over the main list because I think, yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way this looks. I want to put some time into this set of cards and see how it goes. Now, just one thing quickly before we play games. I'm getting a lot of people are like confused by the Ace versus Yamato debate. So Yamato, these are it's the same card. These are the same. They're basically the same card. they're doing the same job by rushing and attaching onto leader, and then the reason they're good into Imu is because they're 6 cost and can't be KO'd. So realistically, they're the same card. If you own one and don't own the other, I wouldn't go out and buy Ace if I had Yamato and didn't have Ace, and I wouldn't go, out and buy Yamato if I did I say that right? Yeah, I wouldn't buy the other one if I didn't have it. Just use what I have. Like Yamato's advantage is that it gets repeated usage each turn. So you play it, you attach it on, it's activate main. Maybe if a sneaky Blackbeard was playing, that it's better in that as well. But yeah, but as the game goes on, if this sticks on the board, it's obviously going to get a little bit more value. But the trade-off is that it's not Whitebeard Pirates, so Izo can't search it, and then it also doesn't have the utility of Aza's second effect, the bouncing the 5 cost and then replaying the 4 cost. So leading on to that effect, it seems like people are kind of scared of it, or they sort of read this card and they go, why do you want to let them play out a 4 cost? Like it doesn't seem worth it. Like that's it seems like you're trolling by using this effect. The difference between a 5 and a 4, depending on the matchup or anything, like it could be huge. It could be really huge. Like 5 Don cards are where cards start to get like the gap between 4 and 5 is a big gap in card strength. Like apart from these two that we just talked about, obviously, I think Marco is way overtuned. There's a reason that he's $30 a pop Australian. There's a reason that Ace is good. It's all like this card is slightly overtuned for a 4-drop. So these two aren't a good example, but usually 4 and 5 costs have a pretty significant power difference. And perfect example, Zoro, as I talked about with my locals experience, if I bounce a Toshigi and then they put down a 4-drop Zoro, 5k body, it's a good trade-off. And you're getting rush as well. So um, don't be scared of the ability. Like use it. Like if you're playing against Bonnie, they might pick up a Cavendish and put down a Rogue or whatever they play. Like there's a big difference between Cavendish and a Rogue, or they and then there's also your opponent might not even have a 4-drop. They might only have like a 1-drop or something else. And yeah, they might be able to like get a search from it or something like that. Or they might decide to put a 1-drop down or get a search or get some other random effect. But you're still putting it back, and then you're still putting down a rusher that's attaching a Don and then doing everything else. So yeah, it's basically the same as Yamato, but disrupting their tempo a little bit. Or Yamato strictly, if you're talking about Imu matchup, Yamato would be slightly better if you have it in hand. So if you take away the searching element, both of them are in your starting hand, and you're versing Imu. Yes, Yamato is better because they can't kill it, they can't KO it. The next turn after, it's going to be able to attach another Don. If it survives again, it's going to be able to attach another Don. But that's in a vacuum. If it's not in a vacuum, you've only got 2 in your list. On 7 Don, you can play Izzo and you can grab Ace. So yeah, Ace is my choice, but I definitely that it's not really a debate worth having. Like yeah, if it's against Imu, Yamato might be better if you were guaranteed to see it. But as I said, don't stress. Don't go out and pay $20 for this if you like can go to locals and then crack some packs for prizing and then you pull an ace. Like don't go out and spend your money on Yamato, thinking that it's like it's maybe like 1% more optimal. But they're same card. If you like ace as a character more, you're playing an ace deck, chuck it in. Maybe you like the art of this more. The alt art's really nice. So play it if you want to play it. Same thing. Anyway, just wanted to get that out there. A lot of people, commenting on, asking me about Ace versus Yamato. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I'll stick the Ace in. Maybe one day I'll pick up some alt arts because those are really nice. All right, it's time to play. Just want to make sure I get the right list this time. We are at 388 million bounty. We're ranked 660. We're being overtaken a fair bit, but we haven't been playing too many games. All right. Starting with a mirror. Let's go first, so we can keep testing our Sanji. I like Atmos for 5 Don if they play Marco. This is weird, but we've got a little something. We'll keep it, see what happens. Let's just hope he plays. Last time we kept a hand in a previous video, we kept a hand similar to this because it had Atmos, and then they didn't even play Marco on 4. So, all right. Don't think we need 2 Marcos. Okay. Whoa, cool. I've always contemplated these type of cards. Like, they're all the same. Nami, Yasop, Koala promo. They're all just Attachadon. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know if I'd use a slot up on it. But looks like he's going to get a draw because we're just going to go 9. It always sucks. Yeah, I'm excited about the taking on. Wings. Mentally sorry. Alright, probably. So we got these types soon. Alright, I'm just. Okay. Alright. Yeah, look, yeah, these are relevant. It's just hard to find room. Says me, who just put in 4 Sanjis, but okay. So we know what we're doing next turn. We want to keep this. Marco's kind of dead. Like, ideally we'd find a Jozu on 7, but in case we don't, we'll keep him around. Just because if we didn't have a play next turn, I'd probably take to see our options, but we've got to play, so. Alright. So we've got 2 options with this Izzo. You can play Atmos now with the Izzo and not attach a Don. Or we can attach a Don now, and then on next turn, on 7, we can go Izzo to hopefully find Jozu. The difference is, so you either attach Don this turn or next turn. We're going to go down to 5 cards in hand, so it's probably a good time to take the life next turn. You could just say, yeah, if I don't know, we might have too many cards next time, you know, or like whatever happens. I think we want to attach the Don now, so we can just comfortably take the life. Ooh, I didn't check for wiping pirates, my bad. Luckily we do have it. Okay. We really need to find Jozu. Now we're going to go to 8, then 9, and then we're still going to be at 9 cards after we Jozu. But if they're on 8 Don, and then they putting us, and then don't Jozu our Jozu back, then I think we're okay with that. So. Statistically, we should see a Jozu. Oh, come on, man. Got a feeling this guy's doing 2 things at once, like watching a video and then... Alright. Don't let us down, Izzo. No! Oh, all terrible options as well. Well, we don't need 2 of these, so... Bottom decked our pudding as well, which I don't like. What's going on here? Stop. Stop. I'm not clicked in it. Oh, whatever. That's so annoying. What else can we do? Can use Garp. Then just play Marco. There you are. Thanks. Thanks for nothing. Well, we don't need Sanji right now, so... It's a tricky spot. He can comfortably play a 10 drop now. Yep. Really bad spot for us. We'll use this. Okay, we'll save out Moss. Do we Jozu next turn? Or do we try and find our own 10 cost? If we play 10 cost and then he red rocks it, ooh, that's gonna feel so bad. This is probably sticking our hand forever. Sometimes it's good, you know. We won a few games by bouncing Marco, but we're on the back foot, so that's more of an end game play. Oh, that was for the Izo. I thought it was for the ace effect. Whoops. Alright, that's fine. Let's just... I need everything here. Now off 9 cards, Izo and Garp, we didn't see any 10 cost, so we more than likely will get a 10 cost off our Izo, and we can use Event. So I wouldn't block with Marco to try and find a 10 drop. But we're just gonna have to take this one. I think so. Alright. Trash ace. I do have to be careful, slightly careful swinging with this, because he can swing into it, and then, like if he swings into it big, kills it, and then my hand goes gigantic. What are we doing? I think we'll swing with leader first, and then if he blocks, we'll swing with Marco. If he doesn't block, we'll leave Marco standing. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay. I might just ask for 2 cards here. Oh, that's huge. Cool. Nice. All right. Wow, why did he let that go? Okay, because he wanted to red rock. Okay. Whoa, okay. Yeah, see, he wants to pudding us. We can't even counter. Or can we? So we can go leader ability, 8, 10, and then drop 3 ones. That's like we're going to end up with less cards than pudding, so yeah, sure, pudding me, whatever. That's fine. Yuck. Can't go to 0. So yeah, that's we knew that was, or like I predicted that could happen. Wasn't expecting him to swing with this, but what can we do? I, I could red rock him, but it feels weak when I don't have anything on the board to play. He'll just put down another 10 drop and then, yeah, I don't, maybe we'll just take the 9, try and stick that. Something's glitched with this where I've clicked on this, but I'm not clicked anymore and it stay there. Yeah, it's bugged, I think. We are slightly vulnerable to him going all in though. Didn't even think about that. It's funny, you get so used to when you're playing the big white beards, like, oh yeah, I've got a blocker, but you know, this is not a blocker. If he swung a 12, we can live through. So what is it, 12, 16, or 13, 15, 13, we can go 10, 12, oh. Yeah. If he does go all in though and it doesn't work, yeah. Oh, whoa, wow. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I'll use this. Or will I? We don't need 2 goes. So he's on 11 at the moment. Has he used the Yasop? Yes, he has. So it's 11, 13. No, I'll take it. Yeah, we're pretty cooked now. What can we... Nah, it's pretty much over. We can swing 12, 14, but it's just 2k counter for him. I think we can play one, Jozu, and then swing 13, but we're bouncing a 2k back. No, it's done. It's done. Yeah, he's got Roger. 3 2ks, GG. So not finding Jozu on that 7 hurt. I think maybe I'm never gonna just take Atmos blindly again. That's 2 games now. It's never worked for us. So you want to see a searcher, just with Ace in the early, like on your first turn, 1 or 2 Don. Otama just doesn't cut it. You need to move dig through a little bit more. Yeah, damn. Except I could have not swung with that marker, obviously. That was probably... Like, it was good to kill the Jozu, but... Yeah. I said to myself, oh, he can force pudding. And he did. Alright, we got Sanji. I literally just told you all that Otama's not going to cut it, but I want to play this on 3. So, just to test it. So, Otama is going to have to cut it right now. Red Rock can go. Even though I am scared of Shanks, actually. Still having nightmares from locals. Alright, we've got our next few turns planned out. We play Sanji, and then Marco, and then Jozu. If we could find Ace on that 7, if we can find Rush Ace, I would love to show you all that. No, that's fine. And we'll take that one. Okay. We don't mind wasting our swing into this. So sadly, Sanji got murdered before he even had a chance to shine. But, you know, that happens. I actually haven't seen, I didn't know this was still being run. Now, I think we'll take the chance for the draw 3. So, got our 9 non-play. Probably not going to play this anytime soon. If we play the Izzo looking for Ace, we're really gambling because we don't get to attach one off leader if we don't find it. Maybe it's just attach one and play Jersey. It's 2 cards. We play Ace at 2. It could be in there. I don't know. Because I do want to have a Don on later. Because if we want to defend our Jozu, we'll probably have to eat defend whatever character. Yeah, if we'll probably have to eat a life, so we want to get a draw. No. Sorry guys, Ace, we'll have to wait for another game. So this is how you'd go, this is how you'd expect it to go. No. Okay. Yes, we will defend that. We don't need Roger, I think he's more valuable as a 2k right now. And then we could counter this swing, but I think we can take it. Because next turn, if he's just say he swings like low, like base level, you know, that's yeah, cards in hand are just as valuable next turn anyway. So Roger's back. We can stick a Don on Jozu to guarantee a kill on this. Well, all but guarantee. Or we can search. I would like 2 of these up. You sort of, when you can establish 2 of these against Zoro, that's when you sort of start really taking control. I think 9. He's not going to give me 2 2Ks, is he? Okay, good. Well, the only target is Ace or Atmos, so we'll take Ace. Ooh, I'll have to go back and watch and count if that would have been in the top 5 last turn. No, we got a draw off leader ability. We got 2 draws off this. No, I don't think it would have been. Okay. This is a pretty crazy board. We will use Zoro. Next turn, Ace Marco is not a crazy idea. Newgate's good as well. For maybe it's probably Newgate with just all of these sort of 6 and 7s. Being 8k would really help. Oh, I want to play you so bad. Anyway, what are we bottom decking? I think it's a bit late for you. We just got to grind this one out. So this just came down, this just came down. He's got 1 swing here, it'll probably be an 8 into Jozu. Then a big swing into Jozu. We block. Do we want to go down to 0? Man, maybe we have to. Okay, Ace, bottom decking, no trashing, no block. Up. Okay. So what's this? You can attach 4 more and swing 11. No, 12. 12, sorry. Bad maths. So it's a block 1k. Yeah, alright. We're playing this next turn, so do we need Jozu? If we had a 10 drop, I'd say we'd keep Jozu. Because what's it really going to do? We're going to go 9, attach 1 to leader, and it's just going to be a 7k swing. Which realistically, I mean, maybe we need it just to kill this Hiyori because it's really annoying. But that's a bit of a waste. Look, we'll defend it and see what happens. Okay. Could play this. So the question is, if we're going to 8, do we need to kill anything here? Or do we just sort of hope that we survive and just try and kill him first? I think that's probably what we're going to do. Okay. Hopefully he takes this. Okay. So we just have to survive. He's got to put 1 Don, 2 Don. We might be able to live. He's got to put 4 Don to swing with all these. Ooh, okay. So we just need to be careful. If he loads up 15 and swings at us, how much do we need to counter that? So we got to go from, we're on 8, we've got to go 10, 12, 14, 16. So we need to keep those 4, and it leaves us with these to play with. Or if he goes 12, 12, it's 10, 12, 10, 12, 1, 10, 12, 1. I think we can defend one of these. Because we're going to need Jozu to go for game. He's going to have one of these up. He's probably going to put down Kashiro or something else. No, but the 12-12, we didn't think about Cavendish. So we can do 12. And then 14. So what's 12 and 14? So it's 10, 12, 13, and then we can go 10, 12, 14. Oh no, we're a card short. Okay, that's a shame. That's my bad. I forgot about the Cavendish. But if we do let it go, we get the card back. So, oh, and it's dead. No. Damn. Oh, damn. Sorry, guys. I misplayed heavily there. No point blocking because you can just swing again. Oh, if that was a 1K. What a shame. Can't block because it will just restand. Damn. Because if we could have baited him into doing that, and we had the 1K, so he's got 1 block. GG. How much counter did he have? 1 2K and 1 block. So what can he counter? He can go to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He might have had it anyway, actually. 14. He had a lot of 1Ks. So yeah, I think even if we survive that, we can go 7, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so we'd have to go minimum 13, which is 1 on that, 3 on that. It's 4 Don, and we've got 6 left over, so it's 12. It's 12, 13. We didn't have it anyway. Yeah, what went wrong? The Queen was annoying on 4. The ace would have been nice, just to like put some more pressure on. Because then, yeah, you want to get to those situations where you just survive and then you go for game. All right, so 2 losses. There's a lot of Zoros. There's a lot of Zoros. Oh, I really want to see this, but the rest of this is just disgusting. Can't you just be in the hand with normal cards, please? Oh, sweet. Got him back. Cool. And cool. Look. Maybe you're picking one of these up, but, you know, 3. We've got our 3 Don turn now. Atmos, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I want to play on curve, so. Exact same start as the last guy. Let's just hope he doesn't have coin. Okay. Cool. We will counter this. Okay. We luckily have 2 wiping pirates for Jozu. I'll show him the Thatch and the Jozu, and then we'll hit him with the ace. Okay, so this is a really nice. You can have that. Now he plays a Shigi, and he can only kill 1. So the Zoro, I was hoping that this was your turn, like the 2 Don active. So he will get 2 Don, but he's already down to 3 life. I still think it'll be fine. Do you want to give me a draw? Or do you want to, like, maybe he doesn't want to give me a draw, but okay. Yep, that's fine. And I'm happy to take this as well. Alright, hands nice and full. We can go. It's got one Don open, so we could go 6 with Atmos and then 7/7, or we can go 5, 7, 8. Interesting. There's also a world where we just kill the Perona because so he doesn't have something to lure back. Yeah, that's probably not silly. Yeah. It's fine. Connect with one, hopefully. Yeah. You know, I'm such an idiot. I was like, oh, he'll get the 2 Don back. You know, maybe he can play a Kashiro as well. But it's my turn. He can't play any characters. So the 2 Don back doesn't really do anything. Unless they had no Don up and then they get a Don back to use an event. But niche scenarios. What's he going to want to do? I think just for 1 card, it's worth keeping this around. Jozu next turn is a good backup option. Just because, yeah, Atmos doesn't trigger leader effect. But if he loads up and swings to this, we'd probably rather protect this, wouldn't we? We could protect both and just go in hard and end the game. Or like not end it, but you know, 7, 7, 7, play Jozu. It's probably 6, 7, 7. But the only thing is I have to ditch either leader ability or a 2K. Oh look, I'll keep you around. I'll keep you around. Yeah, he plays Tashiki or he plays Law and then gets to swing 10 here. Wow. For 1 card, I mean, yeah, I'll protect him for 1 card. Probably should have ditched Roger there, actually. Ooh. Look, just in case he plays Shanks, we will keep this. As tempting as it is to trigger it on the Zoro. What does this do? Oh, mini stun. I didn't even know that. Like I've looked at this card a few times, the art, but I didn't know what it does. Okay, so like a electric Luna. Interesting. It's annoying. But I think we're just going to play ace. And swing big. Could play Jozu. Just because he can put down like a Koshiro and then interrupt our... Now look, we want to test ace, so let's keep putting ace down. Sure, happy with that. And he grabbed another one. Well, brick's a brick. What do we do here? 8, 9. He's got 2 Tashigis in hand, so... Yup. Okay. So we need to be careful. He could do 999, which we can only just stop. So no, that must have done your work. Wonder if he's got another one of those events. Okay, so does he have... If we defend this, 2 and a 1, he goes 9 at life twice. So for 7 Don, we can Otama Jozu, the law back, and then we have 7, 7, 9. And he's got a Tashigi in hand. He probably counters out of that. We just gotta chill a little bit. But then again, we're just with no 10 beards where we are at risk of, if we don't kill him. I wouldn't even need to Jozu with the 7. We can just swing 9, 9, 11, 12, or 9, 10, 12. Do I defend it? So just say he uses a 3-stand event. He's still got another Tashigi in hand. And then out of 5 cards, he would need 2, 2, and a 1. Oh, one of them's Perona actually. So we got Restand event, Tashigi, Perona. Just needs 2 2Ks in. I'm just worried that if we let this go and he goes 9 9 at us, we probably have to take one of them. And if we don't, we've got no blockers, so we can't even end it if we wanted to. I'm going to defend him. Okay. Okay. What do we do here? Do we red rock law and go for it? No. No, that's not going to work. Do we see what Garp gets us? A 9 bid maybe does something. This is hard. It's a hard spot. No 10 drops. You need to see 10 drops, which is sad. My boy is letting us down. Okay, think. Maybe we have to Atama Jozu, bounce the Tashigi back. And then hope we force the wall block, but or do we Garp? Hope to find a Marco. What can Garp find us? This is hard. See, we can play an Uta down, attach 3 to this, but Uta 1 block, you need 2 blocks to be effective against Zoro. Okay. Yeah, I think we definitely bounce it to Shi because he has to be really careful with swinging with this. Let's just go 7, see what he does. So do we live 12-12? What do we got? So we Jozu back the Otama. And then we've got 2, 2. Yeah, we can live 12-12. So what's Jozu? 6. We've got 3 Don left. Maybe we try and... I'm going to see if he's got another 2k. Because if we can kill this Tashigi and then bounce Law back... Okay. He's had a pretty juicy hand. So okay, we can Jozu. No, we can't. Shiro's so annoying. Go away. All right. Cool. Interesting targets. All right. So if he swings 8 with this, then he's got All right, what's the maths here? So let's use this. Okay. We defend this. We use a 2 and a 1. Then he can go 10, 10 at us. We go 8, 10. We can defend. I think we just defend and we have to go for game. No. You can't swing with law. Okay. If he goes 6, 6, and then 9, 9. No, we're still fine. Yeah, we'll just take it. Bait him to going all in. Okay. Don't like you. There's not much else to talk about, really. We've got to go for game. No point playing this. We're running low on cards. Yeah, let me know what you think about the ace. So we've used it twice, and on the first time we bounced Toshigi and we put back Zoro, and that gave him 2 on, but he already had 1 up anyway, so he was already planning on using an event. And then we used the second one and he played Piranha. And then searched a second Toshigi, which I'm hoping is a brick still in his hand. But yeah, without the pressure of these swings, considering we haven't played a 10-drop all game, we wouldn't even be in a position to win, I don't think. So this is where we maybe should have hung on to Roger, but we ditched it so long ago. Like, oh, okay, hello, thank you, all right. Yeah, we just pray. If he's got an event and a 2K, good for him. I'm gonna be salty if he makes me wait 5 minutes just to event 1K off life or something. Don't do it to me. You block right now. Oh. Or is he baiting me? It's better go through. What? Where's the Toshigi? Where's the Toshigi? Oh, he trashed it with that. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. Are you serious? Oh, the perfect amount. So if he had that in hand, if he had these 3, Toshigi, Event, and Mihawk, he would have used it. He wouldn't have risked it. He would have defended one of the 9s. Wow. Wow. Alright, well, we better leave it there. That took a bit too long. I'm sorry for all the Zoro content. It's relevant, I guess. Look, to be honest, Zoro games are a bit more fun than Emu games, so we'll take it. But yeah, I think Ace put in work. We just needed to follow it up in the late game with some of these. But you know, we did everything we could to win. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to rewatch it to see what we could have done differently. Oh, see, on 5-Don, a 5-Don play was pretty weak when we just atmosed this. Would have been good to have Marco or Yamato just to draw some cards. But in terms of the way I want to play, you know, like we used the Sanji, we used the Ace, we put pressure on, and we almost won without seeing a 10 drop. This guy just hit the nuts defensively. Like, how many dead cards in his trash? Well, not that we killed many, but yeah. How many 2Ks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 counter events, like 0 cost, and the dead man's. He stunned us with it. He had, yeah, very, very defensive deck. Like no restand events in hand. What else do they play that's a brick? No more laws. That's the one we killed. But yeah, close. Not much we could have done. I don't think. But still, I had fun playing these. And I don't think he got too much value off the bounce. Like, I think if you compare... So if we Jozu these 2 times, bounce the Toshigi back, he doesn't replay this once, and he doesn't replay a Perona. But instead we're getting 2 7s and attaching a Don Toledo. No, I like it. Obviously, yeah, Yamato would work similar, but you're not bouncing back to Shigi, so got to think about that. But yeah, try Ace out. All right, that's enough rambling for me. I need to do a long, hard think and see if I'm just gonna play just pedestrian list on Saturday. I think it's a bit too early in my journey to pull off anything crazy results-wise, but so, you know, maybe I just leave the Sanji in just so I can wake up Saturday morning keen to play and try that out and report back. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, one more video tomorrow, just maybe a bit smaller. These ones lately have blown out a bit, but yeah, if anyone's out there watching the whole thing, you're amazing. That's, you know, I hope you're enjoying it. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch me. All right, catch you tomorrow.